counting is that 0 is still is included in the number scheme here.
And it just so happens there is a world replete with light.
The first? Dimension 1 is like
the question of how we
the
will
last
harness
expansion.
that light you may leave to me. With our recent discoveries and proven techniques, as well as the aid of comrades near and far, I have faith that we will find a way. But only if I begin my work at once. Rest up while you can, for there will be much to do when I return.
I think this is patch 3.4. We're not. And
It
there's
wouldn't do to be
another
idle
patch
while
after
our
this.
esteemed sorceress labors tirelessly. I shall be training if you have need of me.
Wait. Allow me to join you. I must become stronger for what lies ahead.
Fine by me. Come on then.
I shall not pass my time wallowing in despair. Using my vessel, I shall attend what preparations I may.
He has like a homunculi that he can inhabit and walk about as a normal person. See, this is him. Ashla is my sister, and long have I dreamed of saving her. But if I am to do so, I must be better than I have been. Blessed though I am to have you and yours as comrades, I cannot well ask you to lift me up every time doubt and despair creep into my heart. I won't falter again. This I swear. I will hold fast to my conviction, age, and I pray that you will stand with me to the last. Meanwhile, God, some meanwhile. That's such a meme in this game. Meanwhile, on the bad guy side.
Zeromus is risen, but not yet at full strength. It will take time before the fiend is able to breach the veil. But what is another moment on this long journey I have endured? It remains as fresh as if it were yesterday. Old friend, the memory of your passing. As I promised you then, I promise you now, they shall sing of Golbez, the hero who shattered the wheel and brought salvation to the world.
Just to let you know, if you had they've been getting better with the animations. Like I remember when they couldn't do individual fingers moving. It would be just like all four of your fingers together, and then you would like move all four to your palm. Like that's how you would make a fist. But this time he did like each individual finger alone, closing fist. I'm like, they're getting better with their animations. Yeah, like everyone who's played this game since like the beginning, from like Realm Reborn all the way up to Shadowbringers, always, every time, 100% at the end of Shadowbringers, everyone is astonished at the animation that Alizé is happening. Alizé is one of the characters, and she's like, slamming her head down on the table and being depressed and moving her finger, like one finger on the table in a special pattern and sloping down in the chair. It's like, wow, the animation got really good. They never used to do that. It used to be very stiff. Everyone notices it. You win or you dies. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the start of the next patch. I just want to check something. I'm gonna check if we can watch. I can watch the cutscene just after the fight that we missed. So we go to. I checked this earlier, but it wasn't there. So it's like this is the main. This is like the main story, and this is post and Walker. So this is after. These are all the cutscenes and the story that you've done so far. What I want to check is, yeah, look, the Dark Throne. Okay, let me see if I can find the cutscene here. Okay, there's only 2 cutscenes. Sorry for the cough. Okay, let me check what this cutscene is. No. That's what we just watched. What was cutscene 1 then? Damn it! It's so dark then? Cutscene 6. So yeah, okay. This is just after you beat him. So he's like, "Oh, I'm on the ground," and the battlefield crashed down onto the ground.
Are you all right?
What's happening?
At last, the moment is at hand. You may have bested me, but not quickly enough. Too late will you look to the chasm.
And you can see the dragon corpse at the side there. That's his
You've
the
won
dragon's
the
sister.
battle, but I win the war.
Stop this. I beg of thee, let her go.
Darkness made manifest once abided in the depths of this abyss. until one day it dispersed in a haze of ether. In the absence of the great flow, that ether has nowhere to return. And so it has coalesced, giving rise to a mighty void scent. Now feast upon this dragon and its ardent longing for home with it.
No!
Like I said before, that's the pit where Zodiark was. So using the residual dark energy...
From the convergence of ancient and newborn, an entity without equal shall emerge, one who shall tear down the barrier between worlds.
Using the magic and the dragon's longing
Upon
for home...
you, who shall deliver us from eternal damnation,
a new
I
primal,
bestow the
or
name
sorry, not primal,
of a hero
a void
of
scent
Eld.
is formed. And her longing for home kind of changes that void scent into a being that can travel to different dimensions. But this guy just wants to consume like other worlds, so.
No matter how powerful, a void scent can be sealed in Memoria.
See? She uses Contra Memoria and then Memoria. And I'm like, what is it? Is this a skill or a people?
Damn it. It's too strong.
Our warding scales may not hold. Not against a void scent born of Zodiark's ether.
We must retreat. Everyone to me. Or Ankin, Thesk na in an.
Yeah, there we go. See? So that's what happened just after the fight. Ah, not Kokane. Can we check something here? See, I had a problem with this controller too. Like, not only like it was, I chalked it up for it to being old, but sometimes like I would press the D-pad and it thinks that I pressed the D-pad like 4 or 5 times, even though I pressed it once. And so it's like selecting stuff from menus and stuff like that. It gets a little off here. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I was going to Razahan. There we go. But now it's not doing it, so I'm like, could it just be the battery? Because I just recently changed the battery. It's pretty new on it, so it's like it's not. It doesn't think I'm hitting the button multiple times. was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate. I would discuss this with you. Grab it, some voice. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. I pray thou hast come with glad tidings. Okay. With findings well worth my sleepless nights, I'm pleased to report. I'm like, I have like, I can't see properly. My glasses are like 4 years old. You may leave it there, thank you. It's because, you know, I'm poor and I can't afford, you know, like $300 frames plus the lenses, stuff like that. Like, I need to buy frames because over time the frames always warp. Eager though I am to hear the details, I am first to share findings of my own, brave ones. Urianger hath sent word from the Void Gate in Mera Perom, which is the moon, basically. The situation is precarious. You know, I kind of wish they kind of left it unfinished, but the main story, the moon, is a giant spaceship, right? And so we saved the unit. What was supposed to happen was that a small percentage of the planet was supposed to move to the moon, and we were supposed to run away from the great darkness of the universe, right? But instead, we decide to face the great darkness, and we beat it. So it's gone. But they kind of left it. It's like, what do we do with this giant spaceship? It's the size of a moon. I kind of wanted the post-game story to, you know, evolve that. You know, so let's go exploring, people. Come on, let's go to a different planet. But no. Where this is all going is that I guess they're done for space for now. Dawntrail, the next expansion, is about exploring another continent. Actually has sent word of the blah, 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 blah. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow free into the source. The source is this dimension. That's what they call it. The original. Yet these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiac for eons. Against our enemies' determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Lapats are like the caretakers of the spaceship moon thingy. The Lapats are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but it's only a matter of time before they fall. I just realized something, dude. They contained Zodiark, like the biggest, baddest, evil primal, on the moon. But the moon is also the Ark and the spaceship that's supposed to harbor all a percentage of the planet if it gets destroyed. But it's getting destroyed because of the Great Darkness, right? Yeah. The planet was getting destroyed because of the Great Darkness. And Zodiark was imprisoned why would you create a spaceship and the Ark in the same place of a giant monster at its core of the planet? So it's like, if the Great Darkness destroyed the planet and the original plan was to move a percentage, so the last base of human life moves to the moon inside this Ark where they live, and at the core is a being trying to escape. And basically when it escapes, the moon goes kabloom. Why would you take that with you? Ugh. Now I'm realizing, oh my god, this game should need like 3 moons. The first moon contained Bahamut, which is the original OG Final Fantasy XIV. He broke out, destroyed the world. And then they needed another moon to contain Zodiark, like the first primal that, turned out to be a bad idea. So they contained him in the second moon. But then, like I said, apparently they needed a third moon now to safely contain the remnants of the people of the planet. Oh god. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. The Zelma should so test the seals even when not at full strength. 'Tis every bit as terrible as we feared. It makes this thing sound like just as bad as Zodiark. Well, I guess he is sort of, because he is Zodiac. They use Zodiark's ether to create it. So yeah. We must needs vanquish it. To which end we require a means to pierce its dark shroud. So did you find it? A way to bring expended light to bear against our foe? A matter of fact, I have. The theory was simple. Harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Okay. So the first is like the Shadowborn expansion, basically. The entire dimension planet was going to be consumed by a big tidal wave of light, and we destroyed all the beings that generated it, and all that stuff like that happened. But it is the world of light, so I'm going to gather it from there. Such a feat would require for us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. So for instance, right now, I am the only being, like in the game, I am the only being that can cross dimensions. And I can only cross one into one, the first. So did she find a way to actually freely travel? For other people? Oh god, Allegan technology. People do not learn their lesson. You don't mess with Allegan technology. You screwed up. It's what destroyed the planet in the first place. The very first calamity, right? You know, the idiots, this advanced civilization tried to contain Bahamut inside of a moon, and then drain his energy slowly over time. But you know, all ancient civilizations fell to its own problems, basically. And so the ancient civilization, Allegan, died out, and then this is it. We find remnants of like their technology and shit. And shit always goes wrong when we mess with their technology. Hence Omega and Bahamut and Dalamoon and all of its security features and things like that, and battleships that we find that contain giant monsters and experiments and God. Oh, and then we came across an Allegan. Was it a prison or a factory where they experimented on animals and stuff like that and made them crazy powerful? Ugh. And so I consulted Sid and fellows who rose to the challenge and produced produced this device. Why can't you just put this in there? Like, mine sounds so much better. Rose to the challenge and produced this device. Ether transmitters. These marvelous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use this to create an ether current. Oh. So I'm guessing it's like a river. So we take the light from the first dimension and create a river across dimensions into the dark realm? Such a thing should be possible? Well, shall first direct ether from Nabath Arang, where the flood of light was halted, into the Crystal Tower. We all know from previous experience the wonders of which it is capable. Wonders which suit our needs perfectly. Again, the Tower of Crystal... What was it they called? The Crystal Tower was, again, an Allegan making, but giant crystal tower that was used to house the energy that they drained from Bahamut. I mentioned that the knowledge of Gratia acquired from the Archmagus Noah was also a source of inspiration. That's one of the best ever characters created. Gratia, man. They created one of the best characters ever. I wish our technology can do that. It's not there yet, you know. It's a place some like... Wait. What? We're talking about creating a river across dimensions. Like, you gotta place them so close? Once we have infused the Crystal Tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. Okay. Okay, they're gonna use the Crystal Tower as a gun across dimensions. And the ether transmitter shall guide the energy into the 13th. Like so. Oh, I see what's gonna happen. And it turns. Yeah, okay. And it's, yeah, like I said, it creates a river. In this way we shall have a lance of light, which to pierce the field of darkness. Wait, no. They're not. Maybe they're not sending it across dimensions. They're sending it into the moon. Like I said, right? That spot is the same across all dimensions. So I hoped. Let's test we perform. We're close to the scale of what we early seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. With the grades of zone, we could possibly fail. Indeed, we have harnessed the wisdom of the past, present, and future to further this cause. I too have faith that it will be enough in the end.